Okay, today we are going to practice our problem and solution, and I have our anchor chart that you guys have been practicing with all week. I have this book called After the Fall. I love this book. It has a great message and a moral lesson that we can talk about at the end. So I have picked out 3 problems and I have 3 solutions that will go with them. So I'm going to pause as I read through the book and fill out my anchor chart as I go. So this is called After the Fall by Dan Santat. He's a Caldecott Medal winner. This is how Humpty Dumpty got back up again. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Okay, right off the bat, I have identified a problem. What is Humpty Dumpty's first problem in the story? He fell off the wall. Okay, so that is his first problem. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. Okay, and you can see he still has some cracks in him. But did they solve his problem of, I should add to my problem, he broke. Humpty fell off the wall, I say, and cracked. The solution is he was put back together. It's kind of hard writing with fat chalk. Okay. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. And if you look at the picture, you can infer how he is feeling right now. I can look at his face and the way he's laying. He's not even up on his bed. His bed's up here and he's down here on the floor. So I can infer that he is scared, he is sad, and he's not feeling like himself. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. So you can see the ladder going up, and you can look at his face and again infer that he is not in a happy place right now. Okay, so this is a new problem. After that day, I became afraid of heights. So I'm going to write this right here on my anchor chart. Humpty was afraid of heights. Okay. I walked past the wall every day and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. But day after day, I kept trying and trying. Until I got it just right. And I really could add this to a problem solution on my anchor chart. He missed seeing the birds, so his solution was he created his own paper airplane bird that he would fly. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Have I come to a solution about him being afraid of heights yet? Have we solved that? I haven't seen anything. Unfortunately, accidents happen. Look at his face. Can you infer how he feels right now? Does he look upset, happy, scared, bewildered, confused? What do you think? I infer that he is scared, sad, surprised. They always do. There he is. Can you tell what happened? Here's his bird plane. Here's that tall wall. It's going over the wall. Is that a problem? His paper airplane. I almost walked away. But then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. Okay, is that another problem? His paper airplane flew over the high wall. That's a problem for him. His plane flew over the wall. So we still need two solutions. One about him being afraid of heights, one about his plane. I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. Have we reached a solution for some problems? Humpty was afraid of heights. Is he afraid of heights anymore? No, he says he's no longer afraid. So how did he solve that problem? He climbed the wall and conquered his fear. And then the second problem, his plane flew over the wall. So how did he solve that? He climbed the wall. Do you see how this new problem, his solution, helped to solve his ultimate problem of being afraid of heights? All through the story, he is afraid of heights. But it wasn't until his beloved plane that he spent so much time making flew over the wall, he decided, I'm going to get that. I worked really hard and I'm not going to let it go. And he conquered his fear, because he didn't give up. He was tenacious. He was adamant he was going to get that. And look at his face now. Can you infer how he feels? He's smiling. Can you see? He looks joyful. He's overcome his fear. That fear had kept him from enjoying all the things of life that he wanted. He couldn't climb the ladder to get his favorite box of cereal. He couldn't climb to the top of the wall to watch birds. That was his favorite thing, was to watch the birds. And so that fear, and all of us have a fear inside of us that keep us from conquering something that we would want to achieve. Don't let fear hold you back. Be brave, put yourself out there, and don't give up. He didn't want to be a failure. He was determined to overcome his fear. He didn't look up, he didn't look down, he just kept going until he reached the top, and then he was no longer afraid. Now for you guys, it may not be heights. It could be anything. It could be going to a new school next year when you go to MSI. It could be if you have to move cities. You guys know that I moved cities about 5 months ago. It could be trying something new, trying a new sport, learning multiplication, learning how to read a harder chapter book. But don't give up. Whatever it is, don't give up. Keep going. And yeah, you will get scared along the way, and you might mess up along the way because accidents happen, just like it says in the book. Accidents will happen. None of us are perfect. But the important part is don't give up. Keep going. And my favorite part, maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. You see what's happening? Crack, crack, feather. Look at his face, how happy he looks. And there's feathers popping out. Can you infer or predict what's about to happen? Hopefully, you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. And that's the important message, guys. Get back up. We're all going to fall at something. Get back up and try again. That's what makes life go on. That's what makes you a better person, is you get back up. And look what happens to Humpty. What do you think happened? There's no words. All you have is the picture. You see eggshells flying. You see the big, beautiful wings. He became something new. He got back up. He admired birds and he wanted to be up tall. But then he fell. He was afraid of heights. But he got back up. And now he is the bird. And he's going to be flying and soaring high above everything else. Guys, I know each of you can soar. Look at this. And learned how to fly. This is a great metaphor. Each of you are going to fly. You're going to fly through 4th grade and 5th grade. You're going to fly through math, through writing, through reading. You guys are going to do amazing. And I'm so sad that I will not be able to be with you for these next few weeks, and that I haven't been with you for a month. I really do miss you guys, and I am proud of you. I know that you're working so hard from home, and I hope that we can get together real soon. But keep getting up and trying. If you have any questions, just reach out to me and ask me. Let me know. And just remember, accidents happen. Just get back up and try again. You guys are awesome. Okay, let me know if you have any questions, and y'all have a great weekend.